I don't look almost 40, right? And Dom, yes, we are older. We are refined. So, need to throw that in there. When Jim asked me to speak to you guys, I didn't really know too much of what I could say. So he had me to reflect 20 years back, which is kind of difficult for an old bird like me. It seems like yesterday that we started. We were 16 and 17, 15 of us that I don't think we were pretty sure what we were getting into. The Golden Apple has changed my life. And I'm getting choked up, which I usually do, so pardon me. When I first filled out the application to become a Golden Apple Scholar, I was deeply involved in the street and deeply involved in gangs, secretly. I had a teacher, Miss Lorenz, who believed in me at Hyde Park, and she said, "Michelle, you can do anything you want to." I didn't believe her. I filled out the application, and one rainy day went down for the interview. A couple of months later, with my lifelong friends who are sitting there, we didn't know each other, and we were inducted. Thus began our journey. There were many receptions, many workshops, social events for us, and even mentors. And at that time, the mentor that I received was Frank Tobin, who had been working with underprivileged youths and those juvenile delinquents, so they knew just who to pair me with. We met the fellows, Sister Aileen, Dom, a few other fellows, as well as Pat and Mike Koldike. And I can stand before you and truthfully say that the Koldikes have changed my life. We looked to Pat as our surrogate mom, and she was always willing to help propel us forward. She saw something in us that oftentimes that we didn't see in ourselves. And I think that your teachers have seen the same thing in you, and that should not be taken for granted. We 89ers affectionately called ourselves the guinea pigs. We knew it and we felt it. Let's try this, let's try that. And the 15 of us said, what are they going to have us do now? We were spoiled rotten by the fellows and the Koldikes, and they said they would never leave our side, and we believed them wholeheartedly. I can remember back when the Koldikes invited us 15 to their Michigan home, and we all sat around on the beach at night saying, this can't be real. It can't be real. That's not happening to us. We're going to be someone's teacher? Oh my God, can't be real. Especially me. But it was real. There were summer institutes. We shared rooms together. We were roommates. And then there was camp. If you have never been a camp counselor, God bless you. Katrina and I and Dwayne, we struggled through camp for 8 weeks. And Dwayne, we remember sitting in the camp counselor's lounge, calling Sister Aileen to rescue us. We were stuck out in the woods with a bunch of 11, 12, and 13-year-old people. And it just wasn't fair. Then there were the teaching work-study programs. And we found ourselves on the west side of Chicago, in the heart of the west side of Chicago. And I remember reflecting at 19, is this really what I want to do? I just want to work in the mall. Just want to work in the mall. Then the 90s came, and we 89ers went through sibling shock. They chose more. We were the chosen ones. How dare they go get more teenagers that wanted to be teachers. We eventually warmed up to the 90s, to the 90 scholars, and welcomed them into our elite club. This was our clue that they had a clear goal and they weren't going to stop. They told us and modeled to us that we were the chosen ones. We were selected for a particular reason, and then reality set in. We realized that our responsibility wasn't just to those who were there to teach formally inside the classroom, but to pass the torch to you. I'm supposed to tell you a little bit about myself, which I hate doing, but since Jim wants me to do so, I will tell you that DePaul is my alma mater. I did make it through DePaul, luckily, with the help of the other 89 scholars, Angela and Linda and Marvin, who are here. We stuck by each other and we supported each other. I think that was the only way that we were going to get through. I graduated from DePaul with a bachelor's in secondary education with a focus in English. I've studied over 6 languages and speak 3 of them fluently. I received my master's degree from Northeastern Illinois University in educational leadership and organizational restructuring of schools. I'm also finishing my doctorate degree at Concordia University. Thank you. My travels with the Golden Apple have also propelled me to currently serve as a principal and assistant principal, and also the first African American in the Cicero District 99. In addition, I serve on the committee for the National Committee for the Star School Leadership Project for DePaul University and Northeastern University, as well as teach teachers how to teach as an adjunct professor at Northeastern. In addition to working with Corazon Community Services and Cicero to combat gangs in our schools. So when we talk, I'm not going to go on and on, but when we talk about what's possible in your role as a teacher, you have to ask yourself one question. Would you do it for free? Would you do it for free? There was a teacher that I still keep in contact with this teacher. She's known me since I was 14. And she knew when I was hanging out and doing wrong things. And she would do it all over for free for me. To touch one life is to touch the lives of many. Toca la vida de un niño, toca la vida de mucha gente. You have to believe within yourself that this is the path that you have to take. And if you don't know, sitting there now tonight, that's something you need to reflect before you step into a classroom. Because our children, be they black, white, green, purple, they deserve excellence. And you have to put forward that excellence. It's not only a calling, it's a commitment. Someone was committed to you. It's time for you to get back. So, as you go forward, and we old people pass the torch to you, remember that you're not alone. Your parents, I see them. They're crying and they're hi. We've been through the same thing. They're very proud of you and they have faith in you. Don't turn them away when they do the parent thing, you know? And when the fellows are here to support you, the Golden Apples Foundation told us that they would never leave our sides, and they haven't. Take advantage of that. And know that the 89ers are also here for you. Thank you.